She was the silent engine that propelled America's first family's most well-known member, the woman who avoided the limelight but instead stood at the Marian, the core of the Obama legacy. Robinson, Michelle's loving mother. Obama's life was characterized by humility, family and steadfast affection, yet behind the grace was a personal life. Give up cherished memories and a legacy that has impacted millions of people today. We examine past the headlines and into the narrative of the houses where Marian Robinson's kids lived, treasured the heartbreaking news of her quietly departing, and the net wealth behind who this extraordinary woman was and what kind of legacy does she actually leave. Marian Shields Robinson was long before became well known as the Silent Michelle, the First Lady's elegant mother. Obama's life had previously been characterized by perseverance, modest pride, and a profoundly. On July 30th, a deep sense of family was born. In the center of Chicago in 1937, Marian was the fourth of 7 kids in an energetic close-knit family with 5 children, older sisters, followed by 2 younger growing up as brothers. During a period of social transformation and economic hardship, she discovered early on how to deal with her father, showed grace under duress. Nathaniel Shields painted houses with the carpenter's good, honest job that embodied the blue-collar attitude of the family. Rebecca Jumper, her mother, was a licensed, the type of practical nurse who a hard hand combined with balanced caring. Even if her parents would eventually leave their individual methods, both ingrained in Marian has a strong sense of morality and a profound knowledge of diligence and self-respect and persistence. Many people are unaware of the fact that the legacy of Marian's family is interwoven with the intricacies of American history. Include her parents have mixed ancestry history as well as her father's in the past. Dolphus T. Shields was born in the stark reality of 1860. His mother was held as a slave, and according to reports, his father was the white son of her captor, but in spite of everything Dolphus blazed a trail for himself. Traveled to Birmingham from rural Georgia, Alabama, started a carpenter business, and tool that makes company more effective. Black entrepreneurship example in America after slavery. His motivation and independence produced a legacy among the family of modest aspirations that would have a cascading effect across generations. When the descendants of Dolphus joined the large-scale migration heading north in pursuit of improved prospects, they discovered origins in Chicago, where it was. As Marian's personal story developed, she went to Teachers College for 2 years, a noble endeavor at the time, even if although she did not receive a degree, her dedication to education remained constant. She gave her the same motivation. Kids, pushing them to go above and beyond expectations while remaining modest within her life's history illustrates the importance of surviving change and the gradual yet constant march in the direction of opportunity. However, she would thereafter stroll through the corridors of. She started her adventure in the White House, the South Side of Chicago. Lessons and principles passed down from a family that suffered unspeakable hardships but never ceased attempting to succeed in the realm of celebrity and politics, where a lot of things are ostentatious. And Marian's story moves quickly and is a reminder that the foundation of true legacy is quiet excellence, and power frequently begins out of the spotlight. Behind each famous person, there's frequently someone who subtly directs their course, leading them with compassion, knowledge, and assistance. For Michelle Obama that provides direction. Marian Robinson, her mother, was a powerhouse lady whose power was determined by fame or wealth, but by a steadfast dedication to integrity, composure, and steadiness. Existence. Marian didn't look for attention or enjoy the limelight. Instead of her exemplified the virtues of silent fortitude, and her impact would turn out to be a pillar of Michelle's personality. Michelle has frequently talked about her mother as the height of lucidity and directness of a person who gave orders. Respect, not by raising your voice or dramatic motions, but with an implicit presence that radiated. Marian's strength approach to life was characterized by she led by simplicity and integrity. Example of imparting power to her children of quiet assurance, the significance of integrity and the fortitude required to confront life's obstacles head-on. From the Marian fostered from the earliest beginning Michelle's passion for education even prior to Michelle entered a traditional classroom setting. Marian was present to encourage her interest. Young Michelle would accompany her to the waiting by her patiently at the local library side as she acquired literacy skills, and Marian took a relaxed approach to writing at home. Hands-off parenting style that giving her kids room to think things out independently, but when the circumstances demanded it, she took decisive action. Among the most moving instances was Michelle was in second grade at the time, and started to feel that a teacher had rejected them. Marian is always aware of her daughter's emotional needs, acted without hesitation. She stepped in to help Michelle, arguing that she should be placed in a setting in which she could flourish. Additionally, Marian promoted an open place at home free from judgment where there was open communication regardless of Michelle or her pals had difficulties. Marian provided sensible, useful guidance, never putting pressure on yet always offering encourage. This balance between independence and structure characterized Marian Robinson's parenting style, that she never pursued recognition or attention, yet her influence was clearly visible in the elegance. Michelle's poise and intellect throughout her life, Obama has maintained. When Barack Obama began his innovative campaign for the 2008 presidential spotlight fell unavoidably on the whole Obama family, but in the background it was Marian Robinson, who held all of it, providing a feeling of stability and steadfast assistance while Barack and Michelle were crossing paths. The country giving talks and Marian was constructing a political movement. At home looking after her Sasha and Malia, her grandkids' involvement in their life wasn't only, it was crucial to offer a consoling feeling of normalcy among the chaos of the trail after Barack Obama's victory. Marian, the president, faced a huge choice. She made to abandon her calm accustomed life in Chicago and relocated to D.C. to accompany her family in the she first consented to stay in the White House. Momentarily not entirely anticipating to accept the responsibility of living in the widespread attention, but eventually Marian remained during the entire 8-year Obama the presidency, turning into a stabilizing force amid a period of historical transformation. Despite being well known, Marian never tried to get attention. While she occasionally went to public gatherings and went overseas for the first time, she moved while mostly being a private individual via Washington, D.C., with such discretion that the majority of individuals didn't even observe her. Michelle in public figure even acknowledged feeling a little envious of how Marian was able to remain so quiet in a city where people are always focusing on her. Time spent at the White House strengthened Marian's function as a stabilizing influence, was a steadying influence for her granddaughters, a sounding board for her daughter, and above all a reminder that family was what mattered most. Marian's position was never about public recognition, it was about supporting the people she loved. In 2024, when she passed away, Marian Robinson's precise amount of wealth was never formally revealed. That she was the leader of a modest life without pursuing fame or fortune. Nonetheless, financial analysts calculated that her assets might have ranged from $1 to $3 million plus millions, probably including the worth of her family's long-standing home in Chicago, a location that stayed near even after she relocated to the White House. Is a representation of her. Her past played a crucial role on her life's path. Let's now examine the house in more detail. That was a really significant aspect of her travel Chicago home, tucked away in a peaceful community on the south side of the city that once belonged to Chicago. To the matriarch behind it, Marian Robinson, among the most powerful families in America's contemporary history, as the birthplace of Michelle Obama, the former First Lady. Marian's modest home reveals the tale of a life with strong familial ties, customs, and the subdued dignity that outlined her legacy, albeit modestly. In Marian's price is reflected in this house. Approach to life that is modest, cozy, and heartfelt and presently listed at $270,000. This home is far from a grand estate, nevertheless its appeal resides in the smart design and welcoming mood. The open floor plan invites both family gatherings and moments of solitude, allowing for a fluid flow from one room to the next. Skylights above flood the living rooms in natural light, accentuating the airy spacious vibe of the home. The lofty ceilings and hardwood levels throughout the main level add a touch of timeless beauty, generating a sense of continuity and comfort. The first floor has two pleasant bedrooms and a full bathroom, together with an integrated living and eating area that opens directly into the kitchen. The kitchen itself is tidy and practical, with appliances made of elegant stainless steel and timeless white cabinetry that is contemporary but straightforwardly providing the ideal balance of utility as well as style. Right outside the kitchen in a happy sunroom offers a tranquil haven. Maybe a place where Marian spent some time alone, moments of contemplation when drinking coffee or downstairs, reading a wonderful book. The completed basement adds an surprising adaptability, for the house features an additional room that could be used for function as both a third bedroom, and the large, open second full bathroom area provides countless opportunities for recreation with visitors or providing for multi-generational households. Acknowledgement of Marian's function as a caregiver and the matriarch of the family, with a separate washing area and plenty of the home storage space, is equally useful, as because the property is inviting. Boosted even further by a completely walled ideal backyard for kids, dogs, or only taking in the seclusion of a 2.5 car. There is plenty of parking space in the garage. However, there is another carport in the yard, provides additional convenience beyond its. This house's physical attributes make it evidence of the silent power of it, provides insight into Marian Robinson. Life based on simplicity, family, and the eternal principles of love and support. As Marian helped raise a future First Lady and given behind-scenes stability during a historic presidency, this house served as her haven. Now that it's on the market, it provides the unique chance to possess a portion of history that has left a graceful legacy and dignity embedded across its walls. Chicago, home of Marian Robinson, the Michelle's subtly powerful mother. Obama has a Chicago second house. Things a lot of people might not be aware of: property, but seldom a major component of her public persona, resonates with her inclination toward cozy, useful residing in an environment that combines simplicity with functioning. Even though she didn't sell it after many years, the house has undergone renovations and is featured on the for $395,000. The comfortable design of the house and the careful design is a perfect illustration of Marian's subtle fashion sense. From the as soon as you enter, it's evident that this home was constructed with family members, and considering the open floor in daily life plan establishes a welcoming environment with elevated ceilings that enhance the natural streaming light from the skylights above. Wooden floors are seen all around, adding a touch of refinement to the first floor as well as coziness to the main level of the house. Has two cozy bedrooms, a complete bathroom, and a living. The dining room and the room blend together perfectly, linked to the kitchen, which makes it perfect for calm evenings or family get-togethers. The kitchen at home is straightforward but sleek, stainless steel and futuristic design appliances combined with traditional white cabinets that are both fashionable and useful without superfluous flair. In the rear of the solarium next to the kitchen in the house provides a tranquil haven ideal for sipping coffee in the morning or reading. The finished basement is a good book. Increases the property's adaptability with extra space that might be used as a second complete bathroom, and a third bedroom in the lower level is guaranteed to level, can be utilized for extended stays or visitors. Family, while the vast open area provides countless options for a recreation, home office, room, or any other, may require the basement, which also has a washing room and lots of storage, making it useful for daily living. Outside the property is just as the fully gated backyard is operational. Offers seclusion while the 2.5 car. The garage provides ample room for parking and extra space for cars inside the yard, which enhances the utility and convenience of the property. Straightforward, cozy, and well-appointed, embodies the principles of pragmatism, tenderness and subdued dignity that she maintained all of her life. Whether as it can create your own at home or as a component of history associated with an important person, evidently, this property has a own life story that is unique. It's possible that Marian Shield Robinson does not walked red or appeared on magazine covers, carpets, but in America's history, most renowned contemporary family, she performed for a prominent position as a woman whose impact extended much beyond her boundaries. Born and reared in a humble Chicago home, in Marian's life in the Windy City was characterized by with poise, fortitude, and an unshakable dedication to her loved ones. On October 27, 1960, Fraser and she were married. Robinson III is a committed pump technician. For the Water Department of Chicago. Together, they established a life based on love, hard effort, discipline, and marriage resulted in the birth of 2 children. Craig Malcolm Robinson and Robinson, Michelle Lee Vaughn, was mentioned in Fraser's mother's honor when one of those kids would grow up to be the United States First Lady. The principles that molded her began long prior to the White House, originating from the Marian used the home Fraser as an example. Robinson, in spite of fighting several sclerosis, functioned daily without dissatisfaction. His quiet fortitude turned into a guiding light for the whole family. Marian supported him during his illness battles until his passing in 1991. Such spirit of tenacity became a component of the DNA of the Robinson family and a fundamental impact on Michelle's personal perspective. Marian's power wasn't obvious. Rather, it was lived each day as she handled her household, provided for her husband, and brought up her kids in a professional manner. In her time, Marian was a working woman. She worked as a secretary at Spiegel, the University of Chicago, and subsequently at a bank, but in regards to her raising children, she made a daring and unselfish decision to depart from the employment and turn into a full-time mother who stayed at home. This wasn't a retreat, but a deliberate choice to be completely present throughout their formative. Marian believed in discipline for years, tempered with coziness, and she produced a setting in which Craig and Michelle discovered accountability, compassion, and self-worth from a young age. Years after her, the daughter became the world's first lady. Observed the Obamas moving into the White House, but many others missed it. Marian was the woman behind the scenes. Robinson, who accompanied them to assist in raising her, Washington, D.C. She left her granddaughters Sasha and Malia behind. The sole existence she had ever experienced in Chicago, initially resisted but eventually committed for 8 years after she arrived. She continued to be a constant source of stability within the most well-known house, and she rarely made public appearances in America, going to public gatherings, yet her presence was profoundly affected by her normalization of routine and the affection of a grandmother for a home under the watchful eye of the general audience. On May 31, Marian Robinson died in 2024 at the 86 years old in Chicago, the place where she was born. Voyage started, and she left, and Michelle and Barack Obama left an enduring impression. Paid tribute to her with a sincere statement referring to her as our family's compass and lauding her capacity to bring life truths expressed in a few short sentences. In our sorrow, they penned, we are encouraged by her life's remarkable gift to her. A memorial service was conducted at the iconic South Shore Cultural Center option near the communities where she lived, worked, and brought up her kids. The gathering attracted relatives, friends, and dignitaries such as Jill, the First Lady Biden. Barack Obama, withdrawing from titles and politics, gave a eulogy, while a son-in-law honoring a woman who supported and stabilized their family through victory. As well as Marian Robinson never sought out conflict, fame, but she was the epitome of that characterizes her actual legacy. Heart raised a purposeful family and was